Are you a producer searching for sounds this same way, like it's 2012? Stop it. Stop it. Let's get on the Loopcloud train. Loopcloud is a sample-based library that has over 4 million sounds and basically is one of my favorite plugins of all times just because I'm not limited to the same drums for every beat like I was used to. Um, so in this video I'm gonna show you how to search for sounds and all the different ways you can search for sounds and how to narrow down your search to find exactly what you want to find. All right. Hi, my name is Jimmy Conway. This is beatsforlyricists.com. Music production tips. In this video, we're going to show you how to search for sounds in Loopcloud and narrow down your search. All right. So let's begin. So I just showed you the old school way of how I used to search for sounds for my MPC software. And now we're using Loopcloud. All right. So the first thing you want to do is go to search. Now in the search, they have everything broken up into different instruments. Now, each instrument I look at like a tree, and each tree has different branches. So let's just say keyboards, for instance. Keyboard would be like the main tree, and under that tree you got branches like the Rhodes, you got Wurlitzer, you got different synths, and different kind of keyboards, clavinet, and let's just see. We're gonna click that. And right under here, you have different tags: accordion, clavinet, electric piano, Hammond, harpsichord, organ. So they have a lot of different kind of keyboard sounds that you can choose from. So let's just say we want just a regular piano. Now it'll bring up just wave file pianos. Now we can narrow that search down into one shots and loops. In this video, we're going to look for loops. So now everything down here is a loop. Let's try one out. All right. And as you can see, next to each, loop, you have the BPM, you have the key, and you have a heart here. So if you like this, you can add this to your favorites. All right. Let's just scroll down here a couple more. Now you might say, hey, let's narrow this down. Let's look for something, who knows? We could do hip hop, we could do neo soul, we could do electronic. You could break it down into different genres. And let's just type in, you know what? Let's type in neo soul. Neo soul has some pretty nice keys. Take off piano, put in neo soul. It'll pop up. Let's look for keyboards. Now, as you can see, our search is getting narrow and narrow and narrow. So now, let's click a couple of these. Beautiful. Now, if you want to download these to your actual library, you would pay for it through Loopcloud points. This one costs $2. They're pretty cheap. And right now I have over almost 13,000 Loopcloud points here. So I could pretty much buy anything in here But let's show you next. Let's see. All right, so let's say you're working on a project and your project, let's say, is at 90 beats a minute, and you don't want to go, you want to keep it something to that effect. Now, loops will sync to your tempo. It'll also, it'll sync to tempo. So let's say right now I'm at the tempo of, I believe, 93. Yep. So let's pick something. This is 124. But when I play it, it'll play back at 93. But let's say, you have a project, you want something between 75 and 85. No. Let's just say 85. You could actually type in the tempo up here. So let's type in 85. Now, as you see down here, it says 85 BPM exactly, 85 BPM plus or minus 2, or 85 BPM, plus or minus 5. So we'll pick plus or minus 5. So now nothing should be over 90 or below 80, as you can see here, if you look in the tempo section. All right. So another way you could filter your sounds to exactly what you want is you go over here to the audio filter section. You click here. Sorry. Click up here to the audio filter section, and you can look for just major key or minor key. So let's just say we want minor keys. All right. So now everything's in minor. A minor, A sharp minor, A minor, A minor, A sharp, C, and so forth. You could set the tone, whether you want to, something a little bit more high mids to highs, or like if you're looking for 808s and stuff, you probably want to set it to bass and low mids. All right. You can set the length of it. So you have something from 60 milliseconds up to, looks like, hold on, let's see. It looks up to a minute long. All right. You can choose a stereo width. You can now choose the release date, which is cool. Like if you want something a little bit newer, a little bit more recent, or you want to check out some of the older stuff. Let's just say I can bring that down. So now it's checking out stuff from like 2023 and back. All right, let's bring it back forward. We already set the tempo, the BPM in the section up here. As you can see, it's related down here too. It's between 80 and 90. And you can actually look for like drums with swing. So let's do that now. Let me see something. I'm gonna try to match up something for y'all. Give me a second. I'm gonna find some drums and some swing so you can see what I'm talking about. All right, so what I usually do is I'll leave this here, right? And I'll go back to search. And then I'll go to like drums. Then let's say we want a hi-hat. We'll just select hi-hat here. We'll set all loops. Now, what I'll do is I'll come over here, my little sauce here. You'll see right here, it says straight at 0 and swing up to 100. So what I'll do is I'll bring this little one here up to where about 50%. So now I know my whatever drums they're going to give me is going to be between a 50% swing to 100% swing. And I'm going to play some just to demonstrate. All right, give me a second. All right, you hear that swing? Now let's look for a snare. All right, so we're going to get a kick now with some swing to it. Go back to search, drum. We're going to kick. We're going to go loops. I want something neo soul. And just rewind it back if I'm going too fast. I'm going to add another track here. Loopcloud has 8 tracks that you could load up loops on and get an idea of what you want to do. All right. So let's put a kick in here. Actually, before we do that, we're going to take this swing, bring it back up to 50, because I want something with some groove, make your body move. All right. I'll just go ahead and find something I like. All right, so let's say we want to find a bass that goes with this keyboard part here. All right, so we know this is in the key of A minor. Now, normally this comes up with the A minor, but we'll just put it in there. A minor. All right, and now we're going to look for a bass. We're going to go bass. I want something neo soul. Now what you want to do is make sure this is on lock. This makes it so that whenever you search for another melodic loop, that it locks into the same key as the key that you start with. So we're starting with A minor, right? So now all the bass loops that we're going to find, let's go loops. So now we got wave file, loops, bass, neo soul. We're going to try some out. All right, let's add some percussion. You have all of these different percussion parts. You could change the volume of everything. All right, so yeah, that's putting together a little neo soul joint. So let's delete this whole track, right? Oh, sorry. Let's actually create a new session. Now, there's another way you could search for sounds, and that's through their AI, which we're going to try out right now. Okay? So, let's look for let's start with drums, right? We're going to do let's say, all right, you know what? I'm better off doing that by Janya first. Let's go hip hop, kick. I want loops. You know what? That's good enough for me. Now, if you come over here where these three dots are right next to the price, click that. You're gonna see something called AI search. Now with this one, we're gonna find rhythmic matches. All right. You can also find similar sounds, which is cool. You can find similar sounds to the one that's here. But right now we're gonna find a rhythmic match. Let's start with something else. Let's do keyboard. Actually, take away this, take away that. Now let's start it over. Keyboard. Loops. Scroll down a little bit, see something down here. We're gonna go back over here to AI search. Let's look for similar sounds. And over here, they give you the similarity kind of. It tells you how similar it is, I guess. Oh, I'm going to save this. This sounds like the Far Side record from back in the day. Sorry it's taking so long for the render. I have the buffer set a little high so that it won't keep, cutting out. The audio won't cut out. I like this one, so I'm going to add this to my favorites. Another way you can find similar sounds too is the way I showed you before. You can also see what's in the pack that is playing right now. So this keyboard loop is playing through this Neo Soul pack. So if I click that, it'll go right to the Neo Soul pack and we can see what's in there too. All right. And then they have everything broken down and what they have. All right. So I hope this was a comprehensive Loopcloud search tutorial. I hope you're able to find what you need. If you have any questions, hit me up. I'll leave a link in the description below where you can get Loopcloud. You can try it for a 14-day free trial. In my next video, I'll show you how to edit samples inside Loopcloud so you don't have to feel like you're stealing loops and whatever craziness people think these days. I'll show you how you can edit loops and make them your own and save them to your DAW, okay? This is your man, Jimmy Conway, beatsforlyricists.com. If it's your first time here, make sure you grab my free drum kit and check out some of the stuff I got for producers in the description below. This is your man, Jimmy Conway, beatsforlyricists.com, music production tips, and I'm out. Peace.